Jack Doherty is in denial that he ruined his career. It's been a minute since we've talked about Jack Doherty, the original nuisance streamer. Not the original, but he's definitely the most popular, I think, ever. His clips harassing innocent people have gone viral. He's earned himself the title of the Dick of Kick. Came up with that myself. Don't worry, I won't copyright it. If you want to use it, you're good. But he sucks. He really does. He's one of the worst streamers I've ever seen. He's born this genre of streamers that are just little assholes. He's got a very punchable face. We're 0-0 into the video. Hasn't even started yet, and you're already pissed off. I can tell, hey, calm down. It's okay. It's going to be all right. I'll get your binky. We're in this together. Jack Doherty, ladies and gentlemen, one of his most infamous moments was when he crashed his car. His cameraman was bloodied and bruised, and his cameraman needed to be sent to the hospital, and what he did, Jack Doherty, he told his cameraman, this crash was all caught on video, on stream. He says, hey, make sure you're filming me. He says, I need to go to the hospital. He says, make sure you're filming me. This guy should be in jail, should be off kick, should be behind bars, maybe in some sort of internment camp, but apparently he's in denial that he destroyed his career.
It's safe to say this disrespectful IRL streamer is in denial that he destroyed his own career. Once he acted like he was on the top of the world, harassing people in public for his stream content, then hiding behind his bodyguard when anyone confronted him about his behavior.
Where we at? What? Little pop, what you gotta do? What you gotta do?
And now his luck is seemingly running out, as he just had a complete meltdown after being banned again and having his appeal for his ban being denied. So it truly seems like the career he once had has now been taken away from him yet again. So today we're talking about Jack Doherty, likely the second most disliked streamer in the world. After getting back from covering the most disliked one in Korea, I realized Jack has been imploding on social media over the last couple of weeks. So remember when Jack said this in his comeback stream about 2 months ago?
I don't remember.
But I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna be too cocky just for the first week, just because everyone that didn't believe in me, man. But listen, I'm gonna be way more humble moving forward, and I'm never gonna f up again. I know I've said it a million times, but
that's his whole brand. I mean, this is like taking the chocolate out of Hershey's chocolate. You just can't do it. How the fuck are you going to say that you're done being a toxic nuisance streamer when your entire content genre is that thing? Like what? What are you gonna change into? Are you what is he transition from into? He just goes on to play Stardew Valley now? He's like a wholesome chungus? I don't think that's how this works. And I don't think if he would do it, that it would maintain him any level of viewership.
trust me, bro.
90% of his viewers were hate viewers. Well, obviously. And so it's like if he becomes less hateable, it actually kind of fucks him in some way, right? Because if he's less hateable, then all the hate viewers are kind of leaving, but the viewers that stayed for the bullshit are also leaving. So what do you do?
It was an accident. What happened? What got me banned was an accident. Accidents happen, bro. That's why it's called an accident.
Okay, have fun. I don't buy it. I guess we'll see how that ages. Yeah. That aged like milk left out in a hot car because he's banned again. And he can't even claim that what happened was an accident.
Accidents happen, though. I mean, imagine saying accidents happen when you are on video, on a live stream, crashing your car, and in the moment, after the accident takes place, you exacerbate it by pressuring your bloodied and bruised, injured cameraman, who, by the way, the kid looked like he was 20 years old, like a young kid, endangered his friend, and he just told him to keep filming. So the accident already happened. You can't use the accidents happen excuse if after the accident you are continuing to make things worse. You've waived your right to use that excuse. And it's also a little boy who's cried wolf. I mean, he's said some shit like this time and time again. This is like a reskin of the same bullshit I'm changing script that he's ran for the past year or two. Every time he takes it too far, he says something along the lines of like, guys, I took it too far, it won't happen again. And he makes it just believable enough to get unbanned, right? And the same thing happens every time.
Following my series of videos covering Jack Doherty's situation, you probably remember the incident that forever changed his life as he knew it. The McLaren car crash, which resulted him in getting a permanent ban from Kick for reckless driving. Never permanent. And the quotation marks were there because he was unbanned. But not before the desperate attempts to get money from his fans through launching meme coin pump and dumps. Obviously, Kick somehow decided to unban him after 3 months of his supposed permanent ban. And obviously, you just saw the clip of Jack saying, from now on,
I also don't understand why he gets treatment like this, because I don't think he's even one of the biggest streamers on Kick. I mean, I think Kick has like far larger names on there, right? I think the biggest streamer on Kick, well, who do you have, right? You've got Aiden Ross, XQC, you've got Train. I don't know if, I mean, Jack Doherty is like not even up there. Like, do they need him that bad? Is he bribing them? I genuinely think he might be paying to stay on there. Right? Because there's certainly no chance he does this on Twitch, and I don't think there's any other platform that's notable enough to where he could just take his business elsewhere. Because let's say he moves to Rumble, well, Rumble bans him, right? So I think he has to bribe them to stay on Kick. It is Kick, to be fair, sure, but they've taken firm stances against certain things. So I've seen them take down content and it not get put back up. Don't know why he can't be part of that group.
He was going to be a humble, down-to-earth.
I really don't. Like, he actually has done so much bad for the Kick image, right? Like, he is genuinely a brand risk, and that's fucking crazy to say about Kick, that anything could be a brand risk considering what they allow on there. But he actually is. Like, him and Neon are kind of the reason that Kick has a certain image, and that being a negative one. So, it's a win-win if they get rid of him, right? What is he really? Is he bringing them that much money? Right? There's no way.
Earth person that was going to behave on the platform. Well, his career is basically a streaming equivalent of a zombie, as it just keeps on dying and coming back to life, but each time he returns, it's more decayed and brain dead than ever. Because the new ban comes in just 9 days after Kick reversed the previous permaban on January 9th of this year. And I say permaban because you never know with Kick, clearly. Because the last one was supposed to be permanent.
It's super arbitrary.
But either way.
They just completely make things up on the go with the ban, and shit like that. Like, Twitch is kind of the same. Like, they pick and choose who gets banned and for how long. They have favoritism. There is selective application of the rules for sure. I think Kick is somehow worse, though, with it being they'll just kind of say you're banned forever and then take it back, and it's super arbitrary. But I just don't see how he's still allowed on there. Like, even in the most liberal application of the policies, even if you're taking the most slap on the wrist interpretation of the rule book, he's still permanently banned, right? I don't get it.
Bro's like, yeah,
he's paying them? That's my theory at this point.
My lesson, I'm going to behave. And then he didn't even last like 2 weeks. Dude is a Hall of Fame moron, because Kick is clearly one of those platforms where you really have to try to get banned. It takes a special kind of moron to get banned on Kick. As the only other streamer I know that's banned from Kick is Johnny Smalley, and he might be the dumbest human being on the planet. But you may be asking, what happened this time that forced Kick to ban Jack one more time permanently? Well, during a stream on January 18th, in which he was collaborating with World of T-Shirts, or Joshua Block, who we've also covered here on this channel.
Yeah, we've talked about Joshua Block, but, I think it's harder to pay off a company like this than you think. This stuff happens on YouTube and Twitch sometimes. I honestly, and I mean this respectfully, I think you're maybe in the wrong here. Like, Kick... who has equity in Kick? Aiden Ross has equity in Kick. Train has equity in Kick. I don't know. There's probably like double-digit equity in Kick that is owned by streamers. It's probably 10% of Kick in total that's owned by certain streamers, right? That'd be my guess. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's like 5% or 3%. But I'll tell you this much. It is certainly the case that a Jack Doherty has because Eddie, Eddie, he owns Kick, right? Is that true? It's Eddie? Eddie's the owner? Who owns Kick? Eddie Craven. So it's not that hard to get in contact with Eddie Craven and to talk to him and say, hey, I'll pay you to unban me. And what's the regulation on this stuff? Like, there's nothing legally that says they can't unban him if they pay him, right? So
Jack,
YouTube certainly, YouTube and Twitch certainly, but to get a contact at Kick if you're Jack Doherty is probably pretty easy, and to get unbanned for the right price also, I would assume, is not the hardest thing in the world.
Walking around got slapped in the face by a stream sniper. And in case you guys don't know what stream sniping is, it's essentially using someone's stream to find out where they are. Originally, this was in-game, but in the IRL streaming context, the stream sniper's purpose is to track down the streamer's location and then insert themselves into the stream somehow. Like, this guy just showed up and slapped Jack. Now, getting slapped it sucks, but it's not really a bannable offense because it's not your fault. There's nothing you can really do there. But it's safe to say what happens next in this clip definitely is, because instead of just handling the situation reasonably
to avoid
conflict, Jack goes and beats up this guy with the security guards. He chases the guy down and then hits him back, and of course, his bodyguard has to jump in and help. while the cameraman is recording everything. Because
is it
Jack
scripted,
has
you
to
think?
live stream
Chad, what do you
every
think? Is this
terrible decision in
scripted?
his life, including assaulting someone for content. So obviously, Kick decided they'd had enough and banned him again. He only found out later when he was already in the car checking his phone and someone sent him a screenshot of his Kick page that read, "Oops, something went wrong. We can't find the page you're looking for."
I think I just got banned on Kick.
I wasn't even.
Wait, but how is he still live?
God, dog. I just got banned on Kick because
Wait, what? Is it like a VOD? I don't understand that. Maybe it's unlisted.
not.
I mean, deserved though.
God
High
damn
key.
it. I think I did, bro. I think I did get banned, bro. Last month. Going.
He lasted a
I'm
month.
cooked, bro. Oh my god, bro. How is that fair, guys? This is why I don't like Kick, bro. It's like
You defended yourself.
you're not banned with self-defense. Yeah, exactly. I'm defending myself, and I can get banned on like. That's why I don't do anything back to anyone ever in the past. Because it's just like I don't want to get banned. It's like, I do something back to him. I'm
You never do something back to any. This is so fucking delusional, and it pisses me off to even hear him lie through his teeth like this. There are clips of him that have the most views, might I add, where he's literally instigating conflict. Him and his bodyguard are asserting physical force onto other random fucking civilians for content. The idea that he's never started a problem or has reciprocated when it comes to him being in a physical confrontation is retarded, okay? And it is provably false. His biggest clips, the ones that you see when you look his name up on the internet, are the ones of him causing problem. So to suggest that he's the fucking angel of Kick is laughable. Fucking peon, bro. It's so shameless, the way this guy lies. And the saddest part is I don't know if he's pretending not to know why he got banned, or if he's like, you know, being willingly ignorant or role playing as this innocent person, or if he genuinely believes that he is the saint of this website. I don't know. It's almost worse if he actually believes it, because that's like psychopath level delusion. Like that's the kind of delusion that'll take you to hurting someone IRL and justifying it.
banned. Like,
So Jack was hit first, but what happened was not self-defense. It was a
I mean, yeah, if you get slapped in the face, the guy slaps you and tries to run away, and instead of letting him run away and letting him flee, you grab him, throw him on the ground, and beat the fuck out of him. I don't think that's self-defense. At the same time, out of all the clips where someone is, you know, there's physical confrontation on a stream, I do understand if someone slaps the fuck out of me and I'm with my friends are going to run up on them and we are going to beat this guy's ass. Like, that is how that works. Also, I mean, it's Jack Doherty, right? So open and closed.
retaliation attack that he live streamed himself doing.
Right.
I'm kind of baffled at how careless he is with his platform. Okay, you got smacked. That sucks. Let your security handle it.
Not self-defense, but deserved, I guess. That's kind of my point.
And you go on.
Like, he had it coming. That's what you get for stream sniping someone. I don't care who you're stream sniping. If you slap someone in the face, you have to expect, like, you're gonna get the absolute fuck beaten out of you. But simultaneously, like, you know, it's Jack Doherty's responsibility as a streamer to understand the consequences of his actions, which he doesn't, you know, bear that responsibility properly. So on one hand, you shouldn't beat someone into a coma. On the other hand, Jack, that's basically my counter argument, is like, fuck this guy, you know?
And continue streaming. You don't live stream yourself.
I also, a part of me thinks it's scripted. At the same time, he didn't show the clip, which leads me to believe that it actually was violent as fuck and wasn't scripted, so it may have been real.
Of beating up the guy to protect your ego. The only way that's self-defense is if he was continuously a threat to you. But he bitch slapped you and ran. Retaliating would not be self-defense, because all he did was he stooped to the instigator's level. Any creator would know you can't broadcast yourself fighting someone. And the instigator here got exactly what he wanted, as Jack is now permanently banned from streaming on Kick and has essentially lost his streaming career. All because this instigator decided
But
to smack
he'll
him.
be back.
That is like the ultimate W.
Also, okay, 557. You'll see here when he's live. Where is it? You can see where is the one where he's complaining? Is it here? Well, there's a clip of him where you can kind of see. Let's take a look. So you can see right here, there's a little icon of a party. I don't know what you call these, like a Party. I don't know what you call them. But yeah, with the confetti, this is the logo for a website called Party. It's like a new streaming service. I know Sneeko has a deal on there, and I assume this is Jack. So yeah, I mean, he can always stream on some site. There'll always be some site that wants his business and will pay him to stream on there. But yeah, his audience will shrink whatever lily pad he hops on, right? That's kind of how this works.
Instigator. So how long is this permanent ban going to last this time? Who knows, but it's already been over a month, and it doesn't seem like he's getting unbanned anytime soon, at least for now, because Kick was a major revenue source for Jack, as I covered in the interview with Pat God in my last video. So getting banned for a second time in less than a year, that definitely hits where it hurts, his wallet. So recently he's moved to party.com again.
That's what I was talking about.
With far fewer streamers and viewers than Kick, which is definitely not ideal for some.
The website is also so scuffed. It looks like it was developed by a group of like college students, and not like Mark Zuckerberg. We can make Facebook college, but it's absolutely terrible.
Someone who honestly is just used to throwing money at all of his problems. But usually after some time after the punishment, streamers can appeal their ban, explain that they've learned their lesson, and try to get back, to good graces on the platform. But Jack, he tried that approach in the dumbest way possible, and it really did not go well for him. So in one of his recent streams on Twitch and Party, Jack revealed that he sent Kick's staff an email that he wrote using ChatGPT.
Guys, I try to get unbanned from Kick, right? You guys want to hear what my message was to Kick? Let me know. I wrote a message. McKinley, remember the message I wrote this morning, and I put it in ChatGPT, and they gave me the college essay. But then they denied it. So yeah, I'm in the ass. Kick suck my you and lick my.
Dude, what did you think was going to happen here? Did you really think they weren't going to realize it was written in ChatGPT? Obviously, his appeal didn't work as he expected, so he absolutely lost it on stream.
Send our apology for any disruption this may have caused. Yo, if you don't disruption, so all 200,000 followers are built on your platform. You and lick my Eddie. You and all your Australian friends, they all suck. I'm sorry, you guys are a bunch of pussies.
He's just so fucking, he's just the scariest looking person I've ever seen. He's got like a deeply disturbing build about him. I don't know. That'll be for the thumbnail.
You're turning into Twitch, and you know what? Twitch is better, because I'm actually live on Twitch right now, because it's not a liberal ass platform like you guys. I hope Trump keeps you out the border as well. You liberal little in Australia. Go, oh, am I on Twitch? Are you a fan? Wow. In GTA 5.
I mean, at this point, it's just pathetic. It also just says so much about his content when you're getting banned on Kick of all places. I also love how he's streaming on Twitch while actively dissing Twitch at the same time, saying that Kick is becoming like them. Yet, all he wants to be on is Kick, because his big problem is he's built this audience of kids that orbit on Kick and not Twitch, which is also problematic because, everything this guy shills is 18 plus, OF, and gambling. But after his meltdown, he decides to challenge Eddie, one of the CEOs of Kick, to a boxing match. And 2 seconds later, he then steps back and says, no, wait, the CEO of Party, he should be the one fighting Eddie, while he's supposed to fight Neon. Dude's just adding random people to his beef out of nowhere.
Eddie, if you want to ban me, do it, but I'll box you, Eddie. Let's box, Eddie. I'll box you. Honestly, the Party creator should box you. Party creator, you box Eddie, I box Neon. Let's go. Biggest match of all time. Winner. The losing team.
Bro, what the fuck is he even
saying? Their platform.
Is he? I don't want to be the guy to psychoanalyze, but he just seems like he's on drugs.
So say Eddie loses and Neon loses, Eddie has to just delete Kick. Get wrecked.
But I guess Jack's career isn't the only thing.
He's coming up with his battle fantasies in his head. It's very much the fan fiction and Wattpad stuff. The CEOs battle for their platforms, and I get to battle my clone. You guys are all fucking gay. How about that? How about you guys are all gay and should quit? I hate everything about the culture that he is creating and that he has pioneered. I really do. It's just cancerous, and it makes live streaming legitimately viewed lesser than it should be. Like, when Logan Paul had the incident with the forest, it did actually do pretty bad for the reputation of YouTube and stuff like that. And I think Kick does the same, like, or Jack Doherty does the same thing for, like, for platforms like Kick. And we need platforms like Kick. Like, you might not want to hear that, but Kick is a competitor to Twitch, and there needs to be, it can't, like, live streaming can't be monopolized. There needs to be competition, you know, there needs to be benefits and drawbacks to each platform so that up-and-coming creators can decide where they want to work. And all Jack Doherty does is fuck things up. And he doesn't just fuck it up for Kick, he fucks it up for everything. Because when the Daily Mail picks up on this and writes an article about, you know, streamer antics and stuff, your mom's the one reading that. Advertisers and boomers are the ones reading that, okay? The suits and ties that move money around are reading that. And it fucks, you know, that's how you get adpocalypses. It's not good. And it's not a stretch to say that this stuff has a ripple effect. Jack has been in all three branches of the streaming government, and he's fucked them all up.
He's been crashing lately. Obviously, he's had the McLaren incident, but now an electric bike incident as well, because apparently he bought one of those and that sent him to the hospital a couple times.
All right, guys, I crashed my dirt bike another time. And this time I think I broke my collarbone and hit my head. No more.
And as I hinted to earlier, this isn't the first time something like this has happened to him. Clips there, like where he got really close to the road. Like, what are you doing, dude? At least the only upside to the crash that sent him to the hospital, which I'm about to show, is that he was—
Well, we're not gonna watch that.
What are you doing? At a gas station. Jack is extremely lucky in unusual ways.
Anyway, I think that's the gist. He assaulted somebody because they smacked him, which I kind of understand, but then you have to look at the broader context of his interactions with other people, and then you know you're able to discern like kind of who this is, what his deal is, and why he deserves the permanent ban that he will never actually get. He will never actually get the permanent ban, and it's just it's heartbreaking, it's soul crushing, it's soul sucking, it's horrible. I hate it. But yeah, that's the deal with JD, not Vance, Jack Doherty.